Hi guys! Welcome back to English class. Teacher Adam here at your service. We continue the discussion of the different sentence structures. We are done discussing simple and compound sentences. So today we'll have the third type. But before we get the discussion going, cue in intro first. Last time, I showed you images that work better when used with their pair, just like pen and paper, salt and pepper, spoon and fork, and socks and shoes. Now here's a new set. Observe the following images. We have a laptop and a mouse, and a phone and a charger. The pairs of images that I have just shown you are made of an object that may be used without the other and another object that is useless without its partner. A laptop may be used without a mouse, as it has its trackpad and its built-in keyboard. But what's a mouse for without a laptop? It will be totally useless. A phone's battery may be charged using a power bank or by simply being connected to another power source, like a laptop. But a charger without a phone is definitely useless, as it is the only purpose it serves. In sentence construction, there's a structure that is made up of two parts. And just like the images I showed you, one of these two parts may function without the other. But the other part will not express a complete idea without its partner. That's what our topic for today is about. Our topic is complex sentence. A complex sentence has one part that can stand alone and another part that cannot. The part of a complex sentence that can stand alone is called an independent clause. It is made of a subject and a predicate. On the other hand, the part of a complex sentence that cannot stand alone is called dependent clause. It is made of a subordinating conjunction and an independent clause. Let us have an example. Arthur failed to submit his project on time because his internet connection at home is poor. In this sentence, there are two independent clauses. The first one is, Arthur failed to submit his project on time, while the second one is, his internet connection at home is poor. But what makes the second independent clause dependent is that it is headed by the subordinating conjunction because. So, Arthur failed to submit his project on time is the independent clause, while because his internet connection at home is poor is the dependent clause. Therefore, this sentence is complex. Let us have another example. My dog refused to eat anything since it got totally sick. In this sentence, there are two independent clauses. The first one is, my dog refused to eat anything, while the second one is, it got totally sick. But what makes the second independent clause dependent is that it is headed by the subordinating conjunction since. So my dog refused to eat anything is the independent clause, while since it got totally sick is the dependent clause. Therefore, this sentence is complex. Here's a list of subordinating conjunctions that you may use in complex sentences. After, before, once, since, until, when, whenever, while are used to communicate time. As, because, since are used to communicate reason or cause. If, even if, unless are used to communicate condition. In order that, so that are used to communicate result or effect. Although, even though, whereas are used to communicate contrast. Where, wherever are used to communicate location. And then and whether are used to communicate choice. It is possible for the independent clause and the dependent clause in a complex sentence to switch positions. The dependent clause may be positioned at the beginning part of the sentence, provided that a comma will be added after it. Here are some examples. Even if the officers exerted effort in promoting the club, only a few signed up for auditions. Whether you like it or not, you have to pay your doctor a visit soon. In the first sentence, the dependent clause is headed by the subordinating conjunction even if, while a comma separates it from the independent clause. In the second sentence, the dependent clause is headed by the subordinating conjunction whether, while a comma separates it from the independent clause. Just a gentle reminder, since some subordinating conjunctions also function as prepositions and adverbs, it is very important to check if the word functions as a connector in the sentence. Notice the following examples. I remember Allison joining the debate club before. My mother placed a new doormat before the door. Albert washed his clothes before he played computer games. The first sentence is not a complex sentence, as it uses the word before as an adverb of time, not a subordinating conjunction. The second sentence is not a complex sentence too, as it uses the word before as a preposition, not a subordinating conjunction. It has the object door. The third sentence is an example of a complex sentence, as the word before is used to head the dependent clause before he played computer games and connects it with the independent clause Albert washed his clothes. It's time for you to do homework number 15 and test how well you comprehended today's lesson. Copy the following complex sentences on your notebook. Circle the subordinating conjunction in each sentence. Underline the independent clause once, then underline the dependent clause twice, including the subordinating conjunction. Once done, take a picture of your work and upload it to Schoology. Before our discussion ends, let me share with you a Bible verse related to our lesson. John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Our lesson for today clearly shows the two parts of a complex sentence. One part is dependent to another part. Without the independent clause, the idea of the dependent clause is considered incomplete. Just like the clause that cannot stand alone, we can never be just on our own. We have to be fully dependent to the Lord. As what our verse reminds us, apart from Him, we can do nothing. He is the source of everything we have. From Him come provisions and supply. We must remain in His presence and acknowledge Him in everything that we do. If we do so, He will give us security, and He promises to make us fruitful. Blessed be the name of the Lord. That's the end of today's discussion. Thank you for watching this video. For questions and clarifications, take note of them for the meantime, and let's discuss them in our live class or book a consultation schedule with me. I really hope you had fun learning English today. See you on my next video. Stay safe and God bless.